Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beyond Crazy. 4. Witness remembers thrift store purchase. In the case of notorious serial killer, rapist, and kidnapper Richard Ramirez, dubbed a Night Stalker, an item from a thrift store did not become evidence until after he purchased it. An AC/DC hat which was found at one of the crime scenes was linked to Ramirez through a witness who said she remembered seeing him buy it at the thrift store. The hat, along with other physical evidence such as a jacket, sunglasses, and a shoe print, led to his arrest. This brutal criminal, who preyed on men, women, and children across California in the mid-1980s, had a habit of breaking into homes through unlocked doors and windows. After being convicted in 1989 of 43 charges, including 13 counts of murder, he was sentenced to the gas chamber but died from complications related to B-cell lymphoma after almost 24 years on death row. Number 3. Cops donate drugs to a thrift store, providing a strange and ironic twist on the theme of drugs given to thrift stores in a 2022 incident involving police in Berthold, North Dakota. Officers accidentally donated a bag of cannabis to an organization that operates a chain of thrift stores. The cannabis was evidence from a case that had been recently closed, and law enforcement was planning to dispose of it. However, instead of being destroyed, it was mistakenly loaded onto a truck with toys and clothes donated to the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch, a Christian treatment and educational center which manages 10 thrift stores. Recreational cannabis is illegal in North Dakota. When the weed was spotted by a worker who was going through a bag of donations, the Ward County Sheriff's Department was contacted. The Sheriff's Department secured the evidence and the cannabis was returned to Berthold police, who disposed of it properly this time. Number 2. Sex photos in donated tote bag are evidence of child rape. It's hard to find evidence of wrongdoing more compelling than photos of the crime itself that were taken as it was being committed. In 2016, a 48-year-old man named Gary Stovey was charged with rape after some very disturbing Polaroid pictures were found in a tote bag that was donated to a Salvation Army thrift store in Columbus, Ohio. When the staff members came across the shocking photographs, they called the police, who confronted Stovey. The images show sexual activity between an adult and a small, prepubescent child, believed to have been a toddler at the time of the abuse. Stovey admitted that he took the pictures of himself with a little girl. According to the police report, Stovey told detectives, "I am a sick person, that was me. Just put a bullet in my head." In addition to the photos, the tote bag also contained pieces of mail that led the police to Stovey. Detectives have speculated that the child in these pictures may not be Stovey's only victim. He was later sentenced to 17 years in prison. Number 1. Human remains in a suitcase. There are many stories about skulls, skeletons, and urns with ashes winding up at the thrift store. In most cases, these findings are not believed to be connected to a crime. Much more gruesome and suspicious are the rare instances of fresh human remains discovered at one of these venues. In 2015, a headless, limeless human torso was found in a suitcase dumped near an entrance to a San Francisco area Goodwill store, while part of a leg and foot were in a nearby trash can. Strange things are often discovered inside luggage dropped off at resale stores, but this may be the creepiest and most shocking. Police tried to locate a person of interest who was visible on footage from surveillance cameras. After pictures were released to the public, an anonymous tip led police to the man thought to have dumped the body parts, 54-year-old Mark Andrus, a small-time drug dealer. DNA testing revealed the human remains to be those of 58-year-old Omar Shawan, who happened to be Andrus's friend and former roommate. Shawan's death was eventually ruled a homicide, even though there wasn't enough evidence to charge Andrus with murder, and Andrus himself died suddenly from the effects of prolonged drug abuse. Just days after being questioned by police, the SFPD was able to use his digital footprint and other evidence to close the case a year later. Sergeant Gary Watts believed Andrus had cut up the body in a bathtub and subsequently took it to the South of Market neighborhood. However, the motive could not be determined. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.